What's up, everybody? KRK Beats back here at Out the Box Studios, and today we have another video for you, and we're going to be looking at mixing. Now, mixing is a very complex process when it comes to mixing your music, your beats, audio, anything like that. And today we're not going to look at every aspect of it. Today specifically we're looking at blending or balancing your beat. So this should be taking place during the production and process as well, with the end product in mind. But right now we're not looking at EQ, compression, side chaining, things of that nature. This is after you have EQ, after you have compression to your desired effect, or your sound. How do you get that mix to blend? Or if someone's sending you something, how do you get that mix to blend well? And we're really just looking at a few basic techniques. If you're well-seasoned audio engineer, you probably use these techniques already. This is really more so for those who are starting out and learning the process. And there are just a few simple ways you can go about mixing or blending the tracks that you have, the audio that you have. Real basic techniques, but it helps you to get a well-balanced beat. So we're gonna jump on the computer and I'm gonna show you a few of the steps that I use, and I know a lot of other mix engineers and producers use as well. All right, let's check it out. Here we have our tracks laid out, and as you can see, I'm going through and finding which sound is my main sound of interest. Now, you're not going to be able to really hear the audio as well in this video, but that kind of doesn't matter because we're looking at the principles here of finding a balance. And if you notice, I started with all my faders down, all the way down at 0. So I find that first sound, which is that power, which is that Vox sound at the top. And if you notice, I like to order my tracks in the same order in which I'm blending. So that main synth sound, I found that level first, and I'm kind of going around that as far as my levels. And again, I said, this is just a really simple way of starting out your blend or your balance or your mix. Identify what you want to be your main sound, your complementary sounds, and which sides you want them to be panned to. As you can see here. And that's really important because you want to have spatial depth in your mix. So part of mixing is finding out where your audio will lay in your soundscape, in your audio soundscape. Once I find that, I like to bring in, if I have an 808 bass or bass guitar, I bring that in to find a good level so that I don't have too much bass, because sometimes if you're working at a home studio or on headphones, it can be deceiving. So instead of trying to mix everything into the bass, I mix in my synth sounds or high-end sounds first. Then I bring in my kicks, my percussion, kicks, snares, and blend that with that low end, that 808. Again, I know this is a really super simplistic way of showing mixing. There's a lot more to it, but the basis of setting up your mix is the same. And you just kind of want to go through again and balance your mix. I wanted a real nice punchy kick. Now here I'm going to add compression out of my DAW, which I'm using Reason. Just a slight bit. So when I bounce it down, I don't have real high peaks in that waveform, because you want to look at the waveform as well when you're bouncing down and you're going to send it to mastering. So I don't add a whole lot of compression, but as you can see, I squeeze it and then I release it. And I kind of go to each extreme. You can see right here. Just a little compression. I may go back and adjust it even more. But again, that's just to kind of glue the beat together, so when I bounce it down and go to master it, I have a nice amount of headroom that I can start bringing my overall levels up. And again, you want to keep the overall mix in mind. And like I said before, I just have each track laid out in the same order in which I'm mixing it into the overall beat. And the more tracks you have, this helps you because it becomes more difficult as you're blending. The more audio tracks you have to work with. But if you use this as a foundation, it can really help in having a great mix. So there you have it. I hope you were able to really take something from the video. As I said before, really quick, brief look at balancing and blending tracks together. We didn't take a deep dive into all the aspects of mixing, really just looking at more so blending or balancing a beat. And the more tracks you get, how it can become more difficult to really blend. But if you have a good foundation starting out in mixing the audio that you're working with, it really helps to balance that beat out, so that when you go to bounce it down or print it out and send it to mastering, or you are mastering it, you have a really balanced beat, which will allow you to achieve a loudness that you're looking for, good blend, good mix, good depth in your audio. And that really starts in the mixing process. And as I said before, there are a lot of other aspects to mixing, and we'll do some videos on that as well. But today I just wanted to specifically look at blending or balancing your beats. So again, I hope you found some helpful information there. Please hit that subscription button as well as the notification bell if you would like to find out when we post new content. Remember, throughout life you're gonna have ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Never give up, because you never know what tomorrow may bring, right? Always remember, tomorrow is the best day. So keep moving forward, keep pushing ahead. You can achieve your goals. Please comment below and let me know what you think of the tips and pointers that I laid out as far as blending or balancing a beat. Again, this is KRK Beats for Out the Box Studios. Thank you for stopping by, and look forward to seeing you again. All right, peace.